An Australian Tuesday here in Melbourne with Ben Rothenberg, New York Times contributor. And Ben, are you surprised that Rafa Nadal lost to Berdic after 17 wins in a row or not?
A little bit. Obviously 17 in a row, you would think it would keep going, but it all up and down this tournament, and he was way down today. I mean, those first two sets are about as bad as I've ever seen him play. Berdic totally blew him off the court, 6-2, 6-0. Third set, he started to look like himself, but it was too little too late. And so I think it's sort of a fitting ending for Rafa's tournament. Even though it seemed like he got his back on his feet, there were so many question marks coming in that it didn't make sense for him to keep winning and keep being as stable as he had been. But weird match. But good for Berdic for finally, Vitas Gerolaitis this whole thing.
Yes, Gerolaitis, the Madison Square Garden, if you don't recall, we tell you, said after beating Jimmy Connors, and I was there, being old, and when he said nobody can beat Vitas Gerolaitis 17 times in a row because he had lost 16 versus Jimmy Connors. And so anyway, Berdic deserved to be in his fifth semi-final, which are not too many if you think that he played the last 5 years as a top tenor.
Yeah,
and he has played 46 slams in a row. So I mean, five semi-finals is good. I mean, we Italians can say that the last semi-final played by an Italian was in 1978. Which is a little far back, but Berdic, better late than never. And now Berdic has a good score, good head-to-head with Murray, because he won 6 times and lost only 4.
Pretty good.
And he won the last 2.
He has done really well against him, and now he has Murray's old coach, Danny Valverde, in his box, which will make an interesting dynamic for the next match. We'll see how that plays into each other, what they think of each other's strategies. It's a fun new layer to this whole cake.
Yes. Well, Australians are not happy that they lost their favorite guy, Kyrgios, but I think Murray, until at the moment, is of a different level.
Completely. I mean, Kyrgios did well to get through. He had an easy draw here. No offense to Andrea Seppi, obviously.
Please,
but,
be careful.
But he didn't have a very tough draw. It was clear that once he got to Murray, it was a totally different class of player that he was facing today.
Yeah. 3 sets. He broke Murray once, but Murray was already leading 2 sets and 1 break up.
And he gave the break right back in the game after.
So let's go talk about women. We have to excuse ourselves because normally ladies first, but we were not really gentlemen. But Ben, Makarova beat Halep, and that was not so expected.
No, not at all.
Especially with the score, 6-4, 6-love.
Halep was bad today. Halep really not good at all. 31 unforced errors, very uncharacteristic for her. She's usually very consistent, and she was not good. And then Bouchard wasn't great either against Sharapova. So it's 2 pretty lopsided matches today. Not a great day of tennis compared to yesterday, which I think was fantastic.
Sure. Well, Bouchard has lost her last 5 matches against top tenor, doing always very, very few games, not even winning 1 set. So that maybe shows something.
Yeah, it shows she doesn't adjust to people. I mean, she plays her game and hopes that it works, and it doesn't always work.
So we will have a Russian player in the final for sure. Makarova or Sharapova, probably against an American.
Yes, exactly.
Because in the other part of the draw,
USA is all over that.
USA. I mean, even here, so they're really all over. Difficult to bear them, all together. Anyway, so tomorrow, Venus Williams will beat Madison Keys, you think?
That's close. I think that's a coin flip match. I think Madison's playing very well. She has nothing to lose in that match. Just a little bit like what happened a few years ago with Sloane and Serena in the quarterfinal stage. It could be close. If Venus having the early match after having the night match last time could be hard.
Which match is not going to be close? You have to be just pick one.
Which won't be
Williams,
close?
Serena, Sibulkova,
I think
Wawrinka, Nishikori, or Djokovic, Raonic?
I think the one that will be least close of those is Serena over Sibulkova with her serve. Her serve is going to bounce over Sibulkova's head. She's tiny.
Okay. And Wawrinka, Nishikori, balanced?
Very balanced.
Who do you pick?
It's just tough. That's very tough. I'll say Nishikori.
Then I pick Wawrinka because I like to contradict you.
Very good.
Djokovic, Raonic.
Raonic will make that closer than people expect. I think he'll get at least 1 set there. He's going to hold serve very easily. Yeah, 1 tiebreaker and maybe 4 or 5 sets, but I think Djokovic comes through.
Okay, thanks to Ben. Thanks to Ben Rothenberg of New York Times, contributor, and to myself. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.